still have it in from when I did it before, but we don't say that anymore?
Let me get the one.
Okay. Or the invitations, excuse me. Right. Not on. There we go. Now it's on. Sorry. Sorry, Glenn. Good morning. My name is Catherine Cuffey Chase, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of this lovely Unitarian Universalist Church of Brunswick. UUCB is located on the ancestral homelands of the Wabanaki people, who have deep, enduring, and ongoing relationships with Brunswick's lands and waterways. We acknowledge the painful legacy of the region's colonial history and commit to better understanding it, while also recognizing and welcoming the presence of the Wabanaki, whose people and culture still live within, and contribute to the vitality of this community we share. Today is Sunday, October 26, 2025, and the Reverend Dr. Karma Amos is leading the service. Today's reflection is entitled Cultivating Self-Compassion. We all need to do that. Music today is provided by Will Bristol and the UUC Pop-Up Singers. If you are new or visiting today and would like more information about our congregation, please stop at the visitors table in the back of the fellowship hall. People there will be happy to answer any of your questions. As we begin the service today, please silence your mobile devices. And once again, welcome. We're glad you're all here.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Joel Austin. Irene Austin and I are doing the chalice lighting this morning. The words for the chalice lighting are from Maureen Kilran. For every time we make a mistake and we decide to start again, we light this chalice. For every time we are lonely and we let someone be our friend, we light this chalice. For every time we are disappointed and we choose to hope, we light this chalice. Good morning.
Good morning, beloveds. My name is Karma Amos. I use she, her pronouns, and it is my honor to serve as the minister of this congregation and to further welcome you to worship this morning. Whether it's your first time with us today or coming here as a regular part of your spiritual practice, you are welcome. Whether you are joining us in our physical sanctuary in Brunswick or the extended sanctuary of our virtual connections, you are welcome. And because we're focusing on cultivating self-compassion today, let me put the final part of the welcome in this way. Whatever there might be about you that you do not yet love, whatever experiences that you've had in life that may still have some pain or shame associated with them, whatever dreams you may have had that you have not yet been able to live into, you are enough right now without any of those things. You are enough just as you are. You are worthy of dignity and respect and love, and one of our goals here is to show that to one another. The world is both beautiful and harsh, and most of us are doing our very best. All of us making mistakes along the way. And so if only for this hour of worship, let us consider that we all deserve kindness and grace. Let us lay aside our criticisms of others and our very harsh judgments about ourselves, that we might receive today in this time we share together some comfort, some affirmation, some peace that strengthens us for the living of these days. Now, would you rise in spirit and in body, if you are able, as we sing our opening songs together?
There's a river. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul, and it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my soul, in my heart. There's a river flowing in my heart. There's a river flowing in my heart, and it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my heart. Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me, oh my soul. Choose one. There's a river. Comfort me. Comfort me. There's a river. Comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me. Comfort me. There's a river flowing in my soul. Let's do that again. There's a river flowing in my comfort me. There's a river flowing in my soul, and it's comfort me. And so comfort me. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river all together. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul, and it's telling me that I'm somebody. There's a river flowing in my soul, in my soul.
Good morning. My name is Tobin Cooney Calnan, and my pronouns are he and they, and I serve as your lifelong spiritual formation director. And now is the time in the service when I would like to call any children or youth to come on up for a story. Flow on up here, River.
You're somebody, Tobin.
Thank you, River. Thanks for noticing.
That wasn't a good one.
I thought it was really good. Sometimes they have to be bad to be good. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Jocelyn. Your hair's wavy today. Did you do a braid? I like it. Hey, Sam. Hey, new friend. Hey, Sean. Hey, good morning. Hello. Hi, Tess. Good morning. Willow, there's room here-ish? It's probably good because two redheads next to each other be confusing. Good morning, Ariel. Nice to see you. Tess, you want to come up here? I think there's a spot you can get up the stairs. There we go. Hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you all? Wide awake, bright and fresh this morning? You're tired? Yeah, it's a tired kind of morning. I have a story for us. It's called I Am Enough, and it's by a writer named Grace Byers, and I love her stuff, and I also really love the illustrations, which are by Katura Abobo. So I'm going to read it to you, and then we'll chat about it. Sound okay? All right. I am enough. And this is written for 8-year-old Grace, for God, Mama, Cheryl, Faith, Alyssa, and Trey, my greatest loves. Like the sun, I'm here to shine. Like the voice, I am here to sing. Like the bird, I am here to fly and soar high over everything. Like the trees, I'm here to grow. Like the mountains, I'm here to stand. Like time, I'm here to be everything I can. Like the champ, I'm here to fight. Like the heart, I'm here to love. Like the ladder, I'm here to climb, and like the air, to rise above. Like the wind, I'm here to push. Like a rope, I'm here to pull. Like the rain, I'm here to pour and drip and fall until I'm full. Like the moon, I'm here to dream. Like the student, I'm here to learn. Like the water, here to swell. Like the fire, here to burn. Like the winner, I'm here to win, and if I don't get up again, I know that I may sometimes cry, but even then, I am here to try. I'm not meant to be like you. You're not meant to be like me. Sometimes we will get along, and sometimes we will disagree. I know that we don't look the same, our skin, our eyes, our hair, or frame. But that does not dictate our worth. We both have places here on earth. And in the end, we are right here to live a life of love, not fear. To help each other when it's tough, to stay together. I am enough. What'd you think of that story, River? 10 out of 10. That's a good rating. Mira, do you ever feel like you're carried by people who think that you are fantastic and wonderful? Yeah. Good, because I am one of those people, so I was going to make sure that you knew. Is there anybody else who feels like the people around them help them feel good and lifted up? When you're having a bad day, Holden, does anybody sort of cheer you up, or tell you nice things about yourself? Like what? Like, what are some nice things you could tell yourself about yourself if there was nobody else there to tell you? You could think about it for a minute, because I have definitely put you on the spot. I'm going to call on River real quick. River, what are some nice things you can think about yourself when there's no one there to cheer you up?
Well, I think I would probably just kind of like that book said, that like even in those hard times, that there's always going to be hard times, and they're always going to be there. Like there's always going to be that like little chunk of like
There we go. So River said, for anybody who didn't hear, River said,
Over again. That's every page.
there's going to be hard times. Everybody has hard times, and when I'm in those hard times, I need to remember that I love myself. Was there more to that? Yeah, you are definitely worth loving. Holden, I'm going to go back to you. Do you want to answer the same question, or you want me to move on? No wrong answer. Okay. Anybody else have an answer to that? How do you cheer yourself up? Tess. Oh, did you say going to me? Going to your room and waiting there for a couple of minutes. I thought it would have been great if you came to me. I would cheer you up. It's like, yes, please. All right, friends, we are going to be sung out to our children's chapel, so that means all ages, hold on one moment, all ages are going to be together in the Mary Meeting Bay Room. If you are in pre-K or younger, Miss Tamis is going to be doing a really cool play lesson in the nursery, so I invite anybody who wants to go into the nursery instead of the children's chapel who's in pre-K or kindergarten and under, you may head on in. Will you please sing us out with "We Will Keep a Place for You"?
This takes longer. If I go this way, boys and girls.
Good morning. My name's Mary Kay Harrington, and I'm a member of the pastoral care team. I use she, her pronouns. My joy is seeing those kids. It's so wonderful to hear them. The joys today from Karma and Tobin. It was wonderful to gather yesterday for our Circles of Connection workshop. Grateful for a community that risks showing up to be seen and see others more fully. Betty Robinson, I'm thankful I still have health care. I joyfully went to a circle supper last night and walked into the house of my classmate from 6th grade, Diane Ward. We haven't seen each other for 54 years. I bet you they hadn't changed a bit. And by Carol B. Happy early birthday, and I hope I say this right, Jayziah, who will be 2 this Thursday. You are our light. I love you to the moon and back 1,000,000 times. Nanny. Love that. And for all the joys we hold in our hearts. Concerns. Please send wonderful UU good vibes to Steve Labe. He's been in the hospital and is now at Winship Green Rehab Center in Bath, hoping to get strong enough to come home soon, by his loving wife, Sue. Yesterday was the 2nd anniversary of the Lewiston shooting, and we continue to mourn those who suffered the loss of life, family, friends, and community. As a people, may we move away from gun violence towards peaceful ways of living together. Concern for federal workers impacted by the climate change. As a SNAP recipient, I'm concerned for my own well-being and those of so many others, especially children and the elderly. And for all those concerns we all hold in our hearts. If you are not attending in-person services and would like a joy or concern read from the pulpit, you can send an email to joys-concerns@uubrunswick.org. You may also use this address to contact a pastoral care associate. If you would like to talk with one of us after the service, Look for the light blue ribbons on our name tags. Our names are also in the order of worship. We'd be happy to meet with you here or at a later time, and we offer listening ear and our presence.
Let us join together in a time of prayer and contemplation. This is a time when we come together to nurture a heart connection to the great spirit and mystery of life, to our own truest selves, to one another, and to the realities of joy and deep concern that we share for our world. It's a lot these days, and we know that we need one another to face the future, to collaborate in the present, to remember and draw upon the wisdom of our ancestors to carry it forward. All month here, we've been trying to cultivate compassion, which seems to begin with awareness of suffering and the urge to alleviate it, even if we're not clear about exactly how. Let us live and labor in hope to bring goodness and light and love into this world. Let us raise our voices in song together. I'll be light in you. May you be light in me, into our hearts, into our souls. Let love abide. May I be love in you. May you be love in me. From this place out to the world for all time. We ache for the pain in the world, for brokenness, for division and polarization, for apathy and injustice. We mourn for the loss of lives taken by gun violence and war, by greed and exploitation and hubris, by our inability to transcend competition and share with one another out of the earth's abundant resources. We also delight in the joy and the beauty of this world, for every new life forming with the potential to innovate and discover and love. For every instance in which someone takes a deep breath and tries again to repair broken relationship, or to create art, or to transcend ego. May our singing and our praying remind us of what we want to give to the world. May you be light in me, into our hearts, into our souls. Let love abide. May I be love in you. May you be love in me. From this place out to the world for all time. And today we acknowledge that we're sometimes unable to see the goodness in ourselves, and we may need some practice to love ourselves so that we can truly love others. May our hearts be open today to receive the blessing of affirmation, even if it's hard for us to receive. May we relax our shoulders and the guardrails around our hearts so we might consider that we are enough right here and right now, no matter how inadequate we may feel, no matter the mistakes we have made, we are enough right now. Not because we have achieved greatly, simply because we exist as people of inherent worth and dignity. In those times when we cannot see our own light, may we be encouraged by the reflection of light from another. And when we notice that others cannot see their own gifts, may we shine a light on them with gratitude and blessing.
Good morning. I'm Sri Kandare. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be reading Self-Compassion by Rosemary Watola-Traumer. On a day when I am at war with myself, when I battle my own humaneness in a longing to be good, to be better than good, to be perfect, when I point to myself with a snarl and a sneer as if I am my own enemy, then I notice how my whole body contracts, and I'm a crumpled up map, a gray lump in the throat, a stone in the gut, a crumpled wing in the chest. And it's hard to breathe, and it's hard to move. That is when I'm grateful to have a body. Grateful for the way it helps me remember I have a choice to meet this moment with kindness. It's as if mid-combat I'm delivered a postcard with a forever stamp sent from my wisest self saying, "Dear woman who thinks she is not good enough, I see you. It's okay to feel this way." And what looked like a battlefield a blink ago now looks more like a vast green meadow filled with low golden light where all parts of me are welcome. The one who makes mistakes, the one who judges, the one who longs to be good, the one who thinks she shouldn't have to learn the same lesson again. There is no part of me then that is not welcome, that cannot be loved, and my body expands like a great alpine basin, unfurls like an unending white flag. How easy it is then to stand with all of my selves in that field and know what it means to be home. Thank you.
am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. Oh,
I am light.
I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. One more time. I am light. I am light. I'm not the things that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I'm not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light.
I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my brain. My soul inside is all light. All light.
I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Now, you might imagine that there are more than a few topics about which I am not an expert. Many more than a few, in fact. Geography, quantum physics, ballet, sheep cloning. Sheep cloning. These are unlikely to be themes of my reflections, you will be relieved to know. Today, though, today is one of those days when I don't really have a choice but to talk with you about something I feel completely unqualified to talk about. Self-compassion is neither my superpower nor my specialty subject. And it feels important to begin my reflection today with that kind of honest confession for two reasons. First, because one of the most relevant applications of the practice of self-compassion is in those times when we feel inadequate or unqualified, as I do right now. And secondly, because I know that the practice of cultivating self-compassion is an absolutely essential part of cultivating compassion in general. We cannot truly, fully, and with integrity profess to have compassion for others if we are not willing to extend at least a little of it to ourselves. Now, I don't want any of you to feel as awkward as I currently do, but I wonder if any of you also struggle with self-compassion. And if you're feeling really brave, maybe let me know that I'm not alone here. Thank you so much. It's hard to struggle with that, isn't it? Would you take a deep breath with me? Many of us are our own harshest critics in life. We judge our shortcomings and we say things to ourselves that we would never, ever say to a friend or even to a complete stranger. One of the reasons that books like our Time for All Ages story need to be written and told still and over again is that so many of us of every age do not believe that we are enough. For a million different reasons, we make judgments that we are not whatever it is enough. Not smart enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not rich enough, not talented enough, not neurotypical enough. We judge ourselves for things as temporary and as largely out of our control as our appearance. As one of a zillion examples I could give, some of us worry and spend a lot of time worrying that we either have too much or not enough hair, or that it is not the right color or in the right places where we want it on our bodies. This isn't like science or anything, but I Googled this last night. And I was both surprised and not surprised to learn that in the United States last year, over $26 billion was spent on hair coloring products, $25 billion in shaving products and hair removal products, and another $8-ish billion to stimulate hair growth. And that's just one example about how we judge our external selves. And there's a whole lot more judging going on the inside. Many of us are reluctant or unable to grant ourselves grace when we make mistakes, even small ones. Does anyone else ever leave a conversation and then afterwards say, "You sounded so stupid. What you should have said was," thank you, friends, I see you. And when we do make mistakes that actually cause other people harm, which we will all do in life many times, we sometimes berate ourselves over and over again, sometimes for the rest of our lives, because we have not learned how to treat ourselves with compassion and how to accept ourselves as human. Well, since I'm not an expert on this topic, in case I haven't been clear, I want to share some wisdom from some folks who are. Dr. Kristen Neff is one of the most prominent US psychologists who's doing research and writing on the topic of self-compassion. And at its most basic, Kristen says that self-compassion simply involves doing a U-turn and giving yourself the same compassion that you would naturally show a friend when you are struggling or feeling badly about yourself. It means being supportive when you're facing a life challenge, when you feel inadequate, or when you make a mistake. Instead of just ignoring your pain with a get over it or stiff upper lip mentality, or on the other hand, getting carried away by your negative thoughts or emotions, you stop and tell yourself, this is really hard right now. How can I comfort and care for myself in this moment? Now, if you just did an eye roll on the inside, because that sounds like a load of self-help mumbo-jumbo, and I know you're out there, I want to say to you that I see you and I get you, and I'd like to invite you to make a slight shift towards curiosity. I remember watching Saturday Night Live as a teenager, and the character of Stuart Smalley came out right after I graduated from high school, and he was a parody of self-help culture, really. He would look at himself in the mirror, and if you were a Gen Xer like me or watched this, say it with me. He would say, "Stuart, you are good enough, you are smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you." And I would roll my eyes and I would laugh right along with the laugh track, just like you did. That might be one of the reasons I'm not very good at self-compassion. Because I learned that it was laughable. Maybe weak, fluffy, anyway. And I'm trying to unlearn those lessons still. Self-compassion isn't superficial fluff or nonsense, and it does absolutely impact how we experience life on a daily basis. Whether we offer it to ourselves or withhold it from ourselves, it makes an impact. Dr. Neff shares research that indicates that people who are self-compassionate about their past mistakes are more likely to take personal responsibility for their misdeeds and try to repair the situation. Now, I don't know about you, but I think, Congress, the world needs more of this. She says also that research shows that compared to self-esteem, which is usually about success or being better than others, self-compassion is less associated with comparisons or with, and less contingent on things like appearance or social approval or successful performance. In other words, self-compassion provides more stable sense of worth over time. So how do we do it? Well, Kristen says there are 3 components of self-compassion. The first is self-kindness instead of self-judgment. The second is common humanity instead of isolation. And the third is mindfulness versus over-identification. Now let me say a little bit more about each one of those. Buddhist teacher Jack Kornfield tells a story about the Dalai Lama that I find helpful in talking about the first one. At one of the Dalai Lama's talks in the 1980s, someone asked him, "How do you deal with self-hatred in Tibet?" And famously, he was confused. There's not even a word for such a thing in Tibetan. And the translator took some effort and some time trying to explain the concept of self-hatred until finally the Dalai Lama said, "This is a mistake. Why would anyone do this?" And then he asked the crowd, "How many of you have experiences of self-hatred and self-judgment?" And when Jack Kornfield tells the story, he says almost all of the revered teachers in the room raised their hands. And the Dalai Lama stepped back and said, "Oh, I see. You have new problems here." And we do. We surely do. And the first component of self-compassion is the active choice of self-kindness instead of self-judgment. It's that U-turn that Dr. Neff talks about. It is the choice to comfort ourselves when we are suffering or in pain. The second component, common humanity over isolation, is the one that Kristen Neff says all of her workshop participants, most of them, identify as their favorite takeaway. And what this component offers us is a framework of our shared human experience of life, always with ups and downs, with things that go right as well as things that go wrong, with pain as well as pleasure. What can happen when we're stuck in self-judgment or feelings of insecurity, or even when we've been terribly treated by another person, is that we begin to think we're alone. "Oh, I'm the only one who feels this way. Why me? I must be bad. I deserve this. Why can't I get this right? Everyone else seems to have their stuff together." When that happens, we harm ourselves with those thoughts. And then sometimes, or maybe I'm just special, we pile on even more shame for having the feelings that naturally result from being judged like that, right? Do you see how that works all by ourselves? The second component of self-compassion takes place when we're able to shift our understanding to something along the lines of, oh, wait, this happens to other people too. I'm not the only one. Other people struggle with this. This is part of what it means to be human. And the example of this that keeps coming to mind for me is about Mother Teresa of Calcutta, right? The Catholic saint who devoted her life to the poor of India. Several years after her death, a book came out about her that for the first time provided a fuller picture of her life that included pretty graphic journal entries about her doubts, about how she struggled mightily with her faith throughout her life. And the book caused a big stir because how could a saint struggle with depression or what others have called the long dark night of the soul? How could someone whose life is being touted to inspire others toward holiness and self-sacrifice have been so tormented herself? Now, while some wanted to reject that, didn't even want to believe it was true, a great many others breathed a sigh of relief. Whew. Goodness, if even Mother Teresa had doubts and questions about faith, then I'm not the only one. I am not a bad person for questioning what I had been taught about faith. I'm not a failure or a sinner simply because I struggle. Everyone struggles. Do you see the shift? That's the second component of self-compassion, from isolation, thinking that we're unique, towards our common humanity. And I'll be quick with the third and final component of compassion: mindfulness versus over-identification. And this involves a mindful, aware turning towards whatever pain or discomfort we might be feeling without suppressing it or pretending it's not there, and also without exaggerating it and making it the only thing there or the only thing that we identify with. For me, there is some relationship between this mindfulness component of self-compassion and Thich Nhat Hanh's sixth mantra of true love, which is this: you are partly right. He said that in developing an open-mindedness and an open-heartedness towards judgments, either positive or negative, that would help us hold things more lightly and rightly. So for those who come to us and offer us praise and tell us we are the greatest of this or that they've ever seen, we might say to them, you are partly right. I am all that. And because I am human, there are also things about me that are hard, and I make mistakes. For those who blame us as being only terrible or bad, horrible people, we say, you are partly right. I have sometimes behaved badly, and I've hurt people. And I have also, and maybe even most of the time, been kind and tried really hard to love others. For both Thich Nhat Hanh and Kristin Neff, mindfulness that allows us to acknowledge our humanity without feeling guilty for being human is part of self-compassion. Would you take another breath with me? I want to leave you today with a poem by John Rodell that I have not yet been able to read without crying, so here's hoping. This poem is called When the Birds Become Life Coaches. It's a little lengthy, but I hope you'll open your heart to it. When the birds become life coaches. Self-love is finally admitting that I've been both the warden and the prisoner, and I can still choose to unlock the door before it's too late. Loving myself means ignoring every voice that ever profited from my self-doubt. Some parts of me had to die so the rest of me could finally admit it was never really living. Self-love is standing at my own funeral and realizing the version of me they buried was the mask I left behind. To love myself is to admit I've been fighting on both sides of the war against my own body. But now I will turn these war trenches I dug into gardens. Self-love begins the first time I stop asking air for the permission to breathe. Loving myself means sneaking into the museum of my old myths and setting fire to the gift shop. Self-love is refusing to keep calling survival by the name good enough. Some days loving myself feels like less of a healing and more of a rebellion. To love myself is to walk away from the version of me that I happily built to make everyone else comfortable. Self-love is a riot where we cover the walls inside the cathedral of perfection with the splatter art of our own wild authenticity. Loving myself is apologizing to the animal inside me for ever trying to sell it to a zoo, and promising never again to build a cage and call it safety. Self-love is ripping out the pages in any book that says the ticket to heaven must be purchased with my shame. If heaven has a bouncer, I hope the only password to get in is something like, I saw God in everyone. Sometimes loving myself means walking into the shadows inside me without a flashlight and without fear, because even the darkest parts of my heart are still part of my landscape. I am both light and lurking. I am both the fog and the fire. To love myself is to confess with full voice that I have been part of the harming and the healing of this world. And I'm still learning how to hold both reflections of me so gently. Self-love is learning the difference between discipline and punishment. Sometimes loving myself means disappointing everyone who loved the smaller version of me. Self-love is the decision to stop being marketable and start being miraculous. To love myself is to fire the white-cloaked savior and let the poet in a t-shirt of my soul take over writing my story instead. Self-love is standing barefoot in the ashes of who I was and whispering to the smoke, you were holy too. I don't think I'll ever start a coaching business. I don't want to sell anyone a map. The way forward for me is to keep stumbling toward myself with open hands, collecting the small sparks that fall from grace. Maybe the next time the birds start preaching, I'll actually listen. Maybe they've been trying to tell me all along that every song is about my own becoming, that every feathered sermon is a reminder. I was born sacred. And somehow, despite all the ways I try to convince myself of the opposite, I still am. We all are, my love. We all are.
This is the time in our service where we gratefully receive your offering. All Sunday non-pledge cash is split with the monthly charity with Soul, and this month's charity is Four Directions Development Corporation. Please give as generously as you can. Will you join me in the congregational response? May these offerings sustain and grow the work of this church, weaving a tapestry of love and action. Thank you. Thought I was done, I wasn't. Our closing songs will be I Will Be Gentle with Myself and Filled with Loving Kindness. The words will be on the screens.
Please rise in body or spirit. I will be gentle. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. I will be gentle. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself.
Place yourself gently in your chairs for a moment. Our closing words are from the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Savage. As we end our time today in spiritual community, may we depart this sacred space, knowing that blessings shall follow us all the days of our lives if we live in and return to right relationships, if we extend grace and forgiveness to ourselves and others, if we behold mercy as a spiritual superpower, if we emanate the greater love that holds us close. May our lives radiate the blessings that we have been given. May kindness and compassion fall gently from us. May there be peace in the world, and may it begin again in and with us.
Today's invitations and opportunities. Come back here for a spectacularly spooky sing-along this afternoon from 2 to 4. This is a time to make your dreams of singing group karaoke come true. It will be kid-friendly, and there will be craft and decorating opportunities for children. Some food will be provided, as well as a brief break given halfway through for dancing and maybe a costume parade. Costumes are encouraged, but not necessary. All are welcome. Stop by the harvest table after church this Sunday if you are interested in our holiday fair craft kits to make at home. Many hands make light work. Our Committee on Ministry is doing an overview of the committees and larger ministry of our congregation with an eye towards increasing the health and effectiveness of our work. There's a meeting for committee chairs and members on November 2nd, right after church, to answer any questions you may have about the survey that will soon be completed by all committees. Thanks for all your feedback to our recent Growth Task Force survey. It was great to get over 150 responses. Based on this feedback, we would like to try something new. We'd like to give those of you seated in the back 6 rows in the fellowship hall first dibs at coffee, while others of you linger just a few moments to enjoy conversation with your neighbors. The dual purpose of this is so that we can stack your chairs to make more space for socializing. It should only take a few minutes. You're also welcome to bring your coffee back and make circles of chairs for casual conversation. Thanks so much for your patience as we experiment together. And remember, you can exit through the door by the AV room as well if you need a quicker way out. If you would like to help out in the Children's Spiritual Formation Program and have not already attended a training this year, please join Tobin in the Merry Meeting Bay Room for a special CSF training on November 16th from 11:30 to 1:30. This will be the final CSF volunteer training for this calendar year. And from Tobin, if you would like to learn more about the newly adopted 6 Unitarian Universalist values, how they came to exist, and how they connect to the 7 principles of Unitarian Universalism, join Tobin Cooney Calnan on Saturday, November 22nd from 9:30 to 11 a.m. in the Merry Meeting Bay Room for a Love at the Center UU Values Workshop. Registration is appreciated but not required. You can also scan the QR code on the flyer or email Tobin to register. Thanks, that was a lot to listen to. Please greet your neighbor, and remember, if you're in those back 6 rows, first dibs on coffee.